What is going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski and I'm back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, guys, I'm going to be teaching you guys how you guys can go ahead and beat all of the 5 stages, all of the 5 boss stages of Chaos Coliseum Kid. Now, this unit is very good, and I will explain everything about the unit itself and a specific team that you guys can actually use in order to beat Chaos Difficulty Kid. But without further ado, guys, let's get straight into the video. So first of all, let's go ahead and start breaking down this unit, which is Captain Kid, Captain of the Kid Pirates. This guy here is a 5-star unit that does evolve from the droppable 4-star character, and this guy here is a striker-driven character, and at max level, at level 99, his health is 2,727, which is pretty good. His attack is 1,319, which is also pretty good, and his recovery is 224, which is also really good. So overall, his stats are pretty nice. He has a cost of 40, and he does have 3 socket spots, which is really good. Now, his captain effect will boost the attack of driven characters by 2 times, but it will boost it by 2.75 times if your HP is less than 30%. So overall, he's actually a pretty decent captain, similar to those of like Whitebeard, X-Drake, Squad, those type of characters where you get a more significant boost, or just you get your attack multiplier when you are below 30% HP. So you can partner it with some other captains like that, or you could partner with just another double kit. So, you know, 2.75 times is really good, but the fact that you do have to be below 30% is a little bit annoying. But even if you aren't, you still get that 2 times attack boost while you are, you know, above that HP threshold, which is pretty nice. Now, his special ability is why he is so sought after. So he starts at 28 turns and will max at 16 turns. He empties all slots, regardless of whatever they are. It just empties all slots and then deals strength damage based on the number of strength slots emptied to all enemies. So if you empty out all your crew slots and you empty out 6 strength orbs, I believe it's like 140 times his attack as damage to all enemies. It's insanely powerful. Now, the reason why this is really good is because you can partner this up with your Fossa and another friend Fossa as your captain and have Kid as a sub-unit. You've got units like Wapple who empties orbs, and then you've got units like Kuma, Raid Boss Kuma, who will also, you know, change your empty orbs into strength orbs. Then you can empty them out with Kid, do lots of damage, and times all the damage that you're going to deal by 4 because of your double Fossa leads. And then you can go ahead and use your Arlong from the Fortnite, not the first Arlong that came out, but the young Arlong from the Sun Pirates, and he will change all of your empty orbs to strength again. So it's really good. You can do a really powerful strength burst team with the double Fossa, but this guy is a main component of that. He is your main damage dealer in that Fossa team, dealing so much damage. I think he can deal up to over 1 million damage or something like that to Dex characters. It's so good and can help clear many Dex raids, bosses, and Fortnites. Moving on to the first fight against Ace. So this is the first boss that you will come up against in the Chaos Difficulty Kid. This guy is actually pretty tricky. So he has 3.7 million HP, which is quite significant, and he attacks every 2 turns for 8,604. Now, his preemptive ability, when you first hit that room, he will apply a 6-hit combo barrier for 98 turns, so it means you're going to be having to deal 6 hits before you actually start doing damage to him at all. So that is actually really annoying, because it means you cannot actually bring a character like your Raid Boss Mihawk, because his special does not hit through that combo barrier. So it is a little bit difficult, you know, to try and get around that. And then he also put up a 200,000 damage limiter, so any normal attack that will usually deal over 200,000 is mitigated down by a certain percentage, and then, you know, that's added to the 200,000. So it is a little bit annoying having that damage limit. It means that pretty much any team you bring is not going to be dealing too much damage to him at all, and then there is a delay protector for 98 turns. So overall, this guy's preemptive attack is very strong, really hard to take down. Now, his HP, when it falls below 50%, he'll apply an attack boost to himself, which will give him an attack power of 12,900 every 2 turns, and then he'll also recover 50,000 damage every single turn. So, you know, with that recovery per turn and that damage limiter, it makes it very difficult to take this guy down, especially because he got close to 4 million HP. That's crazy. And then if you make him fall below 20% HP, he's going to deal 20,000 damage to you. Now, the main way that I've seen this being beaten is to bring a character that does multiple hits. I'm pretty sure the story mode Moria does that, and the Hina, the Coliseum Hina that was with Smoker, the Chaos difficulty one, she's actually pretty good. She can actually be used because she is a Dex character, and I believe she does like 6 hits of damage to one character or random characters. So you can actually bring her in order to deal 6 hits to knock down his combo barrier, and then you can go ahead and use Mihawk's after his combo barrier is broken down. So that's probably what I'm going to do when he actually comes out. It seems like the best way to, in order to actually beat the first fight against Ace. Moving on to the second fight, we have Domino. So this is the second boss of Chaos Coliseum Kid, and she's surrounded by 5 different Navy officers, and herself, Domino, has 1.77 million HP, and she'll attack you every single turn for 4,040 damage. Now, she does have a preemptive attack that will deal that attack power of 4,040 damage, and then randomly chain a unit aside from your captain. So one of your bottom 4 characters will get chained for 99 turns. Now, I'm not too sure if you can do a reset and see if you can reset and get a different character chain. I'm not too sure if that actually works or not. But that's really annoying. So one of your sub characters is going to be completely useless in this fight, you know, unless if you have a character like Nami, 3-day-2 your Nami to unlock that character, you're not going to be using that character. So that's really annoying that that is a thing. And then every 2 turns she'll chain a random unit for 2 turns. When she falls below 50% HP, she'll randomly chain a unit for 99 turns again. So she's going to be really hard to take down. You want to try and take her down as quick as possible, because obviously you don't want to get, you know, more units chained, especially for 99 turns, because they become completely useless. And then you have, when she falls below 20% HP, chain your right column of your team for 99 turns. So if you get it below 20% HP, you're pretty much down for the count at that point. But the best way to do it is bring a character that does AoE damage to make sure that you're killing off all of the surrounding Marine officers as quick as possible. Ones that immediately come to mind are like Strongword Ace, because his special does so much damage, especially when you have, you know, close to full HP. You deal so much damage and would probably kill all of the Marine officers down in, you know, one single special. So if you have Strongword Ace, bringing a Strongword Ace team would probably be the best way to actually beat this. Any other unit that does AoE damage, definitely bring the 1000 Sunny. I would recommend it, just because it does damage to all enemies, you know, 50,000 damage. I'm not too sure how much health the Marine officers have, but they are really easy to take down. But definitely the main issue here is Domino. Nearly 2 million HP, you know, 1.77 is quite a hefty amount. You can still bring characters like Double Mihawk. You can just cut down everyone's HP by 30% and then 30% once again. That would be a really good way in order to try and take Domino down as well. And now we move on to fight number 3 against Nami, Happiness Punch Nami. Now, I've got to say, guys, this is probably going to be the one that a lot of people are going to struggle with and struggle to beat without using a gem. This is a very difficult fight. And honestly, I can't even think of a way that I'm going to beat it at the moment, because I've seen a lot of people beat this with a Sengoku team, but I don't Sengoku, so that's going to be a bit difficult to actually try and complete. So, anyways, let's break it down. So, Nami has 2.26 million HP. She has an attack power of 4,252 on a 1-turn cooldown. She's attacking you for 4,252 every single turn. Now, her preemptive attack will change all your crew slots to matching, so that's a really good thing. However, there is a defense shield. Now, this shield will greatly reduce all damage aside from yellow side damage. So, you know, int, quick, strength, and dex damage is pretty much nullified to become completely useless. You really want to be bringing a team consisting mainly of Psy characters to make sure that you're dealing the most amount of damage possible. But that's not it. She also inflicts poison to your crew, and that poison does 4,200 damage every single turn. So overall, you're going to be taking 8,400 damage every single turn from her attack and the poison damage as well. So that is really annoying, and that's what makes her so difficult. Now, on turn 3, if she's still alive, she'll actually apply Captain Despair for 4 turns. So even if you do have max sockets, you're still going to be getting despaired for 1 single turn at least, because it is a 4-turn despair. Then, when she falls below 20% HP, you do not want this to happen, guys. If she falls below 20% HP, she will summon Sanji and Absalom, and they both have 1.5 million HP and 12,000 attack power. So you definitely do not want to get her under 20%. You want to try and burst her down as quick as possible, because the poison damage and her attack damage are going to stack up really quickly, and you're going to be taking a ton of damage. Now, something I do have to keep in mind to you guys is that you will actually take the poison damage upon entering the room, because she'll inflict the poison damage and then do a preemptive attack. Now that preemptive attack does count as like a turn, so you actually take 4,200 damage upon entering the room with Nami. So if you don't have 4,200 damage, you're pretty much not going to end up killing her. But she is really, really difficult because she does have quite a lot of defense, including that defense shield, you know, reducing all color damage aside from yellow. So she's going to be very, very difficult to take down. Honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I'm sure I'll come up with some team that will be able to beat it. But now let's move on to fight number 4. Fight number 4, we are against Khalifa, CP9 Khalifa from the story mode, the Dex character, and she has 3.93 million HP and an attack power of 6,550 every 2 turns. Now her preemptive attack will change all of your crew slots into negative orbs and then apply a 98 turn debuff protector. Not only that, but when she falls below 50% HP, she'll change your crew slots to bomb, tandem, or recovery orbs, and then if she's actually attacking when she's below 50%, she will buff her attack to 13,100 damage every 2 turns, and if you get her below 20%, she'll recover all the way back up to about 40% HP. So you definitely don't want to get her under 20%. Try and get her close to 20 and then burst down the last 20%. But overall, she isn't that difficult because, you know, when you fall below 50% HP, she's going to give you bomb, tandem, and recovery orbs. Now, the good thing about that is we have a character called Raid Boss Kuma, and he is phenomenal for Coliseums because, you know, especially with situations like this, you can change all of those orbs into matching orbs, and then you can get a 1.75 times orb boost, and you're going to be dealing lots and lots of damage. So perhaps bring a really powerful strength team, or you could bring a really powerful cerebral or powerhouse team just to make sure that you're fitting Kuma into it. You know, even just a rainbow team like Luffy or Rayleigh or something like that that actually fits, you know, anyone that fits Kuma Raid Boss in a team is probably the best way for this actual fight, because Kuma is going to be very, very important when she falls below 50% HP. Now we're moving on to the last fight, Fight 5 against Kid, but before you actually reach Kid, on stage 4 you have to fight Khalifa once again. Now she does the exact same things on the previous stage on Fight 4, however the only differences is that she has a slightly lower attack, she has a slightly lower health, or it's actually a lot lower, it's not 3.93, it's now approximately only 2 million HP, and also if you get her below 50%, she'll buff her attack to 12,600 instead of 13,000, so other than that, it's pretty much the exact same as the previous fight, but now let's move on to the final fight against Kid. So now we have the final fight against Kid himself. Now this guy here has approximately 2.31 million HP, and his attack is actually varied, and I'll go over that in a little bit, and he attacks every single turn with that varied attack. So he does have a preemptive attack that does apply a 25 hit combo barrier, but that's only for the first turn. So for that first turn, you're pretty much not going to be doing little to no damage to him at all, because he has 25 hit combo barrier. You need to do 25 hits from your crew to do damage to him, which is crazy. So usually that first turn is like just a free turn where he will just attack you for that turn. You really can't do much to him with a 25 hit combo barrier. But not only that, he will also apply a delay protector, specifically a delay protector, only protects against delaying characters, and also he will change all of your crew slots to empty, so that's really, really annoying. Now the thing is, every turn that is an odd number, so turn 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, etc., he's going to deal 10,500 damage to you and change your crew slots to strength, bomb, tandem, or recovery orbs. But then if it's an odd turn, so every turn in between that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, etc., he'll do 7,000 damage to you, but then change your crew slots to empty and then boost his defense for 1 turn. So ideally, you want to try and burst him down on the odd turn because you don't want him to get that defense buff. So ideally, you know, again, same with like Raid Boss Kuma. Raid Boss Kuma is just so good. He'll convert recovery, tandem, and bomb orbs into matching. If you do get strength orbs, it is a little unfortunate, but not much you can really do about that. And yeah, you can, you know, take him down like that. But there is a specific team that I will suggest to you guys in the end of the video that should be able to beat Kid without too much hassle and without too many issues. So now let's go ahead and start breaking down some of the stuff that you can actually get to drop from the actual Coliseum itself. So obviously with all of the Coliseums you can get all of the types of cotton candy, HP, attack, recovery, and all types up. Also, Forbidden Tomes, the things that everyone loves to get. Everyone loves from Forbidden Tomes. Also, you can get the skill books of Eustace Kid as well. 28 turns to 16 turns, so you need 12 skill ups on him. Shouldn't be too difficult to get. The good thing about these Coliseums is that getting the skill ups isn't really that bad, because you can drop the actual copies of themselves and the skill books as well. So it makes it a little bit easier, although people will probably want to try and farm this guy a lot, because you can socket out the Rare Recruit Kid as well. Also, you can drop Cola and also belly bags. Everyone loves the belly bags. But now let's go ahead and move on to a team that you guys might be able to create to actually beat this Chaos Coliseum Kid. So this is the team that I've sort of constructed together that I think that a lot of people should be able to create decently and be able to sort of beat this Coliseum with. So it is utilizing either a double Log Luffy or a double Gear 3 lead. I'm pretty sure that either way will work, but definitely Log Luffy. If you have Log Luffy, definitely use him. He gives you so much more damage output compared to Gear 3. But, you know, if you don't have it, try Gear 3. I'm not too sure if Gear 3 will have the damage output in order to actually beat it. I'm personally going to try this team out and see if I can actually do it. I'd love to see if I could actually complete it, but I'm not 100% sure if it can do it or not. But I'm pretty sure it will be able to. I'm pretty sure Gear 3 has enough. But if you guys don't have Gear 3, you know, or Log Luffy, it's going to make it a little bit difficult to actually construct this team, because the rest of the units you can see are free to play. They're all free to play units aside from the captains. So if you guys maybe have Sadie, you know, Sadie and a Gear 3 probably won't be the best way to go. I don't think it will work actually as well, but definitely Gear 3s and Log Luffy should work, honestly. Then you got Doflamingo, and you also have the new Coliseum Hawkins. He's very, very important for this team. The reason why that is because his special will make the top row strength, the middle row green, or dex, and then the bottom row quick orbs. Now, the reason why that's good is because if you actually use the same team composition, you'll have your two captains, either Log Luffy or Gear 3, having matching strength orbs. You'll have Doflamingo and Hawkins having matching green orbs, and then you'll have Eneru, and you'll also have Kaku with matching blue orbs. Now, the way that you sort of want to actually do this is probably on Khalifa, you can go ahead and use either Doflamingo, or you can go ahead and use your Kaku. Either one of those two. Probably you want to use Kaku against Khalifa on stage 4 if you have some good orbs on maybe your Gear 3 or your Log Luffy in order to take her down reasonably easily. And then moving on to the final room after the combo shield has gone on Kid, you can go ahead and use your Hawkins to give full matching orbs, and then go ahead and use Doflamingo for a 2x orb boost, use your NL for a 2x attack boost for your quick characters, and then use your combos and make sure you're hitting last with NL, and you should be able to do enough damage in order to kill him with all matching orbs. You're going to be doing so much damage to Eustace Kid on that final stage. So that is going to conclude yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and if you guys have enjoyed it, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.